Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry. Man, we have fun on this thing. Almost in our 20th year on the air, and next week, as we mentioned, will be show number 500. And I know my co-hosts this morning are Bill Cooksey and Ron Wong, this being fourth Saturday, which we call Bonus Wong, BW. And
well, I have to tell you, Larry, I am honored to be on the 499th broadcast with the fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio. And golly, what an honor to be able to do so. And congratulations to you on 500 shows. That's pretty amazing.
Well, I don't know how many of those, Ron. You and I go back a long ways, and you've been part of my partnership.
Ways.
And I
have no idea.
I have no idea how many times this young man has been on the show with us. But he's actually been in his job longer than we've been on the radio, and so.
He must be really old.
No, he started when he was 12. He was the youngest man ever hired by the TWRA. So, hey, we're talking about our good friend Andy Tweed. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning. Good morning, fellas. How you doing?
All right, now are you pushing 30 years, or what's how long again? Update me on that.
I went to public school, and I probably can't count above 20. I'm not sure.
Well, how many years you been with the TWRA?
I want to say 26, 27, 28, somewhere in there.
That's what I thought. Almost 3 decades. And
you got it.
Where have you been based all that time?
I've been right here in the wonderful Shelby County.
You have for that lengthy time. And Andy, I wanted Andy on, and Ron can listen in as we talk, because we're getting ready to have the Young Sportsman's Deer Hunt next weekend, and I made the mistake, and I don't know if probably was Andy corrected me. I called it the juvenile hunt one time, and they said, "No, that's at 201 Poplar." So it's the Young Sportsman Deer Hunt, October 31st through November the 1st. You guys, Andy, I know you'll be busy. Of course, you guys don't work 8 to 5. You mostly work 5 to 8. No, you don't. You work. So talk about that as far as that weekend. What will you be doing? Will you be out and about checking things and things along that line?
I will be out and about answering calls and make sure our number one mission is safety.
Yes.
And we'll be out there making sure everybody is safe and having a good time. We want everybody that's listening on the radio show this weekend to make sure that the following weekend that you grab up a youngster and take him deer hunting.
Yes. Yes.
We're losing the kids. They're not hunting and fishing like they used to when I was a kid.
No.
So everybody on the listening in, make sure you get somebody and go deer hunting next weekend.
And of course that is the first of the youth hunts that we have, and at the tail end we'll come back January 9th and 10th, I think it is, for the second hunt. And then Andy, everything is just so weird this year with the schedules and for deer hunting. And we're going to talk to Chuck Yost in the next segment, and we'll get into CWD. We're not going to talk about that with Andy. We're going to talk about trying to keep up with the new schedules and things along that line, because we jump right in November the 7th through the 20th for muzzleloading archery for everybody just about. But we got the CWD units that'll be going November the 7th through January the 3rd. We got so many different things going on. So from a wildlife officer's point of view, what tips do you offer folks before they go hunting? For sure, don't buy your rifle the night before and go hunting. I mean, so
exactly. Make sure if you're not hunting in the CWD zone, naturally it'll be the muzzleload season.
Yes.
Or archery muzzleload season. But you still have to remember you have to wear your 500 square inches of orange, meaning an orange vest and an orange hat. Now, your muzzleloader has been in the closet for a whole year. You need to get it out this week.
Yes.
And sight it in. Make sure it's sighted in.
Yeah.
And also while you're sighting in, take your rifle with you. Go ahead and make sure that that's sighted in. We don't want to wound deer. We want to harvest them and then put them on the table.
Yes.
But we also want to get them checked for the CWD. So take them to your normal processor, who I think everybody in West Tennessee that processes deer is now on board on taking out the lymph nodes so you can test for CWD.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know that you guys, and you've been on the job for a long time, and not to age or anything like that, people, I mean, don't think when you see Andy that everything's bad. I mean, because you guys also are out there to help, and I know that a lot of times. So if you see Andy come up, don't panic or anything. He's doing his job, right, Andy?
That's right.
And
we spent a couple of days out there at Shelby Forest last month looking for the individual that was out there lost. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. You get lost, stay right where you are, especially if you've told somebody where you are.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, we'll get to you. It may take a minute, but we'll get to you.
I like
and
that.
That's always a big plus. I don't care if you're deer hunting, rabbit hunting, fishing, or whatever. You got to remember, cell service is not quite as good as it's hyped up to be.
Yes.
So you need to tell people where you're going and when you plan to return.
And give them that information. I love that thing that we saw recently that said if you get lost in the woods and you see a possum, just follow it because you'll end up in the middle of the road. I saw that. I saw that and I thought, wow, that's a great statement. Again, we're talking to Andy Tweed, TWRA law enforcement officer, and basically your part of Shelby County is what, Andy? What's your
I'm assigned to the whole county. Back years ago,
you were the southwest corner, weren't you? I mean,
yeah, it was kind of just the south part of the county, but now that's basically out the window with the aid of the internet and everything else. That was just so you handled your calls in the south end, and the other guy handled the middle, and the next guy handled the north. Now we're just haphazardly all over the county.
And you got how many of you guys in Shelby County?
There's three of us. You've got me, Jeff Peach, and Ray McMillan.
All right, that's the three guys, folks, that we couldn't do a hunt without. So tell us, citation-wise, what happens? What's no license? What do you find out there sometimes? Really, you've had some unusual stories happen to you. So
we've had all kinds of hijinks over the years, but we've gone into the CWD deal the past couple of years, and it's always been illegal to hunt over bait, but now we're telling folks to not feed.
There you go.
Cover up the salt licks, all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And for some mysterious reason, people think they cannot harvest a deer unless they have a corn pile out there. That still rears its ugly head every once in a while.
Does it really?
But
yeah.
It does. People are getting better. They're getting better about it.
What's and I know so many unusual things have happened to you in your career, and we've talked about this many times and things along that line. What pops in your head as we head into opening of deer season? Maybe something that was on the unusual side. I remember the time that someone shot Timex in the morning and came back shot Timex in the afternoon, the fake deer. But I don't know if that's a true story or not. But things happen like that. What's something that's happened to you?
That does happen. Occasionally it's I guess on a darker side or a sadder side, you go thinking, I'm going to go catch somebody, maybe they're poaching or hunting where they're not supposed to, and then you find a vehicle and nobody's in it, and you're like, and so you run the tags and it's a missing person.
Oh.
And so and then you end up finding somebody who is deceased.
That's a sad
side.
But
it brings closure to the family. At least that's on the bright side. Especially, I found a lady that had been missing for 6 months.
And you found it.
Wow.
That brings.
Yeah, and it really it brought a lot of closure because you think about it when your dog runs off.
Yes.
I mean, you just worry to death until you find him, and sometimes he never comes back. So that's we run into that. We like the other day we found the missing guy at Shelby Forest. That was wonderful, and
there's good endings on some of these things, and I know one thing that we need to touch base on, and you've mentioned this to me before, as Ron listens in. Don't trespass. I mean, you don't have permission, don't go. There you go. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
I ditto on that.
Yeah, so if someone kills a deer and it runs into somebody else's property, and you're trying to locate that thing, you got to have permission to go on the property. I mean, it's just
absolutely.
It's as simple as that.
Well, not only is that the legal thing to do, but that's the courteous thing to do.
Yes, yeah,
so, we've always talked about this in hunter safety. If say you're on a new hunting lease, you've got 200 acres leased out to hunt.
Yeah.
Well, you need to know who is borderline around you in case this happens. Get their numbers, or that way you can stay in touch. Hey, we're hunting today. You hear a shot, that's going to be us.
Yep.
Or we're not hunting this week. If you hear a shot, call me because somebody's maybe slipping in while I'm not there. So it's always good to know who you got around you hunting and have contact information. Heaven forbid you didn't wear your safety belt and you fell out of your deer stand and broke your ankle.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you need to do? You start calling the people that hunt close to you.
Yes.
Because they're going to know where you are.
Well, it also affects it. Ron will listen to this a lot of times. Andy deals with boating a lot too. I know that for a fact. Some people will be out there. The water temperature is great. I mean, the air temperature is great. And you tell them, as Ron always says, what do you say, Ron, about that hypothermia? You talk about that all the time, Ron. So
that's right. And the water temperatures now are in the low 70s, and that's cold.
Yeah.
And, hypothermia can set in there also.
And
wear those life jackets when you're in the boat.
And you say that too, right? I know that.
That's it. Yeah. The life jacket floats. You don't, so make sure you wear it.
Well, that's...
and they've got these life jackets out now that are just super duper comfortable.
Aren't they?
They're not. They're not. It's not like the old horse collar where you rub. Within 5 minutes, your neck's raw.
Yes.
So,
I still
go spend the $40, get the good one, and just wear it the whole time.
And don't
bother you.
Don't sit on it. Don't hide it away or anything like that. But particularly if you're planning to deer hunt in the Hatchie Bottoms or wherever it might be. Even the Wolf River Bottoms or whatever it might. Andy Tweed, thank you, buddy. I know you're going to crank up next weekend. We'll stay in touch and be safe, as Andy will say to you guys out there, and you folks have a safe hunt. So, Andy, thank you, man. We'll talk to you, okay?
Yes, sir. Y'all take care. Love y'all.
All right. Appreciate it. Andy Tweed.
Take care, my friend.
All right. Let's take a break. Come right back, and we'll talk that dreaded chronic wasting disease with the man himself, Chuck Yost. We'll be right back.